Kane Hodder's first appearance as Zombie Jason. It was awesome.
Welcome to the horror show. To realize there is nowhere to run. Don't know who came to try. Paranoia is hiding alive. Welcome to the horror show. To realize there is nowhere to run. Don't know who came to try. Obsessions rule your mind.
Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Which, I don't like either one of these artworks very much, so I'm going to stick with this one. Yeah! Old school! Jiminy Crickets! Or as in Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, I like to call it Jason's first time getting his zombie panties in a bunch. Mainly for the fact that this time he is facing his first threat, and no, it is not Freddy. But it was planned to be. I'm glad they waited though, because if we didn't have a big budget Freddy versus Jason, I don't think it would have been as special effecty or as cool. So now, Tina is the fighter. And just a quick little fact, and I don't think this really contains that much of a spoiler. They originally planned for Tina to be committed to a mental institution at the end of this movie, and for Jason to fight her there in the 8th installment. Mental hospital, New York. Mental hospital, New York. I think I'd rather have New York, seeing as how they already had an installment with a mental hospital be under attack by the axe-wielding maniac we know and love as Jason. This installment, I feel, has the best zombie makeup for Jason I've ever seen. All the slashing cuts from previous killing attempts on his face and spine being exposed from being underwater for so long after Part 6 is just perfect. I should also get into Tina's character a little bit. You must be thinking, what kind of worthy opponent to fight Jason would be called Tina? Well, Tina has a special power. What? That's ridiculous. Well, that power is telekinesis, and it kicks ass. Telekinesis, eh? Well, that doesn't exclude the fact that she's a very, very gifted woman. Yes, Brian, you are right. You're being sexist. Stop it. My precious. So yeah, Tina's a badass. She starts off not understanding how her powers can be controlled, and she accidentally kills her father. Skip to several years later, and now Tina starts to be able to control her powers slowly. And also, how come no one ever noticed the houses next to the camp in Part 6, but now there has always been 2 houses there? Changing locations for the set comes to mind. I truly enjoyed this brawl, but there are some downsides, and I will have to state them. Such as the gore. It was heavily cut. And now the prints that have the uncut scenes are shitty quality, and they don't seem to want to care to do anything to fix those. And that's a downside, because this film is not that gory without the unrated cuts. The plot is a little cliche. I mean, it's just get the kids where they need to go and get them slaughtered type of film. They just threw in a girl with telekinesis in there, which is cool, but I wish they had done something a little bit more original, you know? I don't understand why a lot of people hate this installment. I like it just as much as Part 6. Overall, I give Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood, a 3.5 out of 5. Also, make sure to give Jacob Raymond Palacio's channel a watch, because he's reviewing all the Friday the 13th films on Friday the 13th as well as me, and he's giving me a shout out, so I'm going to give him a shout out. Fair enough. I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Movie Reviews. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below, and to leave comments and subscribe.